Everyone, in this video I'm going to walk you through the tabs on the theft dashboard. In this video I'm going to cover how to review progress against your theft targets, what to do if you see a mismatch in the reported data compared to what you're expecting, how to review your theft targets issued at the beginning of each scheme year, and finally how to review your debit and credit payments at the end of each scheme year. So we're going to start off with the theft summary tab. This provides a view on industry performance and your own performance during the current scheme year. It's particularly important that you review this tab each month, as there is only a short query window in which you can raise queries or resubmit any erroneous data before the results of each month are confirmed. Otherwise, you risk your thefts not being counted towards the scheme and not receiving incentive payments for those thefts. More information on all of this is available in the Energy Theft Wiki area and also in other documents on the REC portal, all of which will be linked below. So on this tab, you can see summary level information and totals over time for the number of tip-offs, the number of investigated thefts, and confirmed thefts. By default, they show the industry totals. However, using the filters pane here, you can filter to see your specific organisation. By clicking on the button at the bottom, you can view a table which shows a line-level breakdown of performance against theft targets at a party and pot level. There are two views, by month, which shows the month selected, or the year-to-date, which looks at the performance in the scheme year-to-date. Within each view of the table, you can see how many thefts were confirmed, as well as how that compares to the theft target displayed on a prorated basis, and the difference to that target. Data for your party is unanonymized and visible. Data for other parties is anonymized. If you were to review this tab and see a difference between what you thought you submitted and what's being counted here, there is a way that you can go through on the dashboard and investigate and work out why that is. So now we're going to move on to the Theft Row Details tab. This tab shows a row-level breakdown of your theft submissions, which you can also download here to view offline if you like. The first view is of accepted thefts. This shows all of your thefts that were accepted and counted in the numbers displayed on the Theft Summary tab. This view is of the rejected thefts. So this is any thefts that you may have submitted with a status of confirmed, but were unable to be counted, usually due to lack of data provision. So for this example here, I can see that this was rejected because the NPAN provided against this investigation ID was not in a valid format. It's important to go on the filter pane and filter to the blank scheme year, just to double check there were no theft rejected due to date issues. If, for example, an investigation close date was not provided, the code manager would be unable to allocate these rows to a scheme year or a scheme month. So it's very important that you go on and double check the blank scheme option as well. When you do come across this, and if you do see rejected investigations, it's important that you take action promptly to investigate, correct, and resubmit any data by the end of the next month, as defined in the review and resubmission timeframes. Moving on to the final theft tab, the Theft Targets tab. So this tab is updated on a much less frequent basis. It is used to communicate your theft targets for the upcoming scheme year, which are issued by the end of February each year. It's also used to communicate your debit and credit values for after the end of the closing of the prior scheme year, which usually happens in August. So this view is currently showing the 2024-25 targets and payments. The year has not closed out, so the payments have not been calculated, so they're all zero. Also, the final confirmed theft figures for the year have not been closed, so they're also showing zero. So if we look back to the prior scheme year, 2023 to 24, we can see numbers are now populated here. So don't be alarmed if you look at the current year and they're all blank. We will also issue further communications whenever this tab is to be updated. So when theft targets become available for the upcoming scheme year, or during the closing of the year when we start to calculate the payment values.